Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Thompson. I'm with Home of Hope, and we got an exciting video for you. We encourage you to watch it right to the end. Some great things are happening. I have Pastor Daniel, our overseer in Kenya. We have 14 churches there and a wonderful rescue center. Go ahead and say hi, Daniel.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to connect with you.
Very good. And then we have Pastor George, who has been the rescue coordinator, rescuing babies and stuff for about 10 years. Go ahead and say hi, George.
Hi, everyone. Pastor George is here, and I'm so glad to connect with you online.
And then we have Andrew Teal from Penticton, British Columbia, a wonderful supporter. So good to have you on. You're looking really handsome today, Andrew.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
You know, we're going to take a couple of minutes and share with you a real fantastic vision. You know, we've been rescuing many different aspects, but this is going to a whole new level. And it's a brand new big project that we're starting in Nairobi. George, go ahead. Explain the project real quick of what you've been doing and how it's going to expand.
Yes, as I said, my name is Pastor George, and I've been with Word of Life, Home of Hope, that is Home of Hope, Kenya, for the last 10 years. And we are beginning, we are in the verge of just getting this piece of land that will be helping us to take the project into the next level. And all this is because of the rescue work, the rescue work that we've been doing in Nairobi, where we rescue babies. Since 2011, we've rescued over 430 babies. Wow. A few of them are living at the Dream Center now.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. You know, and you also rescue teenage girls that are victims of rape. And what else do you do, George?
Yes, we rescue the teenage girls. Around 360 of them have been rescued, and which means that over 300 babies have been prevented from abortion and being thrown into the dump. This is the great work that we are doing. And recently, we just started another ministry of reaching out to some of the transforming young men that are now changing the community, doing some agriculture, and also taking care of some pigs. This is a great work that we are doing here and can only be possible through great people like you that are listening and that are watching us today.
Now, Andrew, you have been to Nairobi, you saw the slums, you saw the dump. Like, what motivates you to be involved as a supporter?
Yeah, it was amazing. It's a mess. It really is quite a setting to see, and then to see the lives that have been changed, and to see the babies that have been rescued, and you know, to see them now 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, healthy kids. It's just really cool. And to see the young women who have learned how to run a little business. You know, they sell food, they make money, they support their family. They go from having to try and sell their body to raise money to be able to sell food and raise finances and provide for their family. You know, in a much better way.
And when you were there, you saw a bunch of young people that were like gangs in the middle of the slum. What spoke to you about that? You helped with that action plan.
The first time I went, I saw these young guys, this group of probably about 8 to 10 young guys, and they just hung around George. They all love George, so they're hanging around George. They're high-fiving him. They're all like, "Hey, George," and we're just talking away. And they're like, "Well, if we had a little bit of help, we could do this and we could do that." And it did speak to my heart. I didn't give them money on the spot, but I supported them a little bit through George in a couple of their smaller projects. And then the next time I went back, I got to see them again, and it's like a completely different set of young men, and they've got this amazing pig farm going, and right in the middle of the slums. I mean, it was amazing. You give them a little bit of help, and they just run with it. It was incredible. Like that's what I love to see.
You know, Canadians can't understand it. You know, our cities are nice and clean and stuff. There's slums, not just one, slums of hundreds of thousands of people in this 30-acre dump where babies are thrown away, and young people that are starving or just resort to gangs and beating up people and stealing money. and we're trying to reach them. Daniel, maybe just tell us about the microloan program and the carts of helping women become self-sustaining, and we'll get into the building project at hand.
Yeah, we have a very fantastic program of helping single mothers mostly and teenagers being helped in a sense that we have the training and the microloan that is given out to these women with children, and they are single and they're struggling in the slums. And also the teenagers and the single mothers, we're giving them the food carts that they can start earning a little money. They can make like $2, $3, or even $5 a day. That makes a big difference in their lives and the lives of the children. They are able to feed their children, clothe their children, and take their children to school. So we have seen microloan and food cart business is transforming the lives of the very poor women and teenage girls in the slum.
You know, as you've heard George and others say here today, we've been helping hundreds of babies and hundreds of teenage girls and hundreds of women, but I believe we can go into thousands. There's just an unending need right now. And Daniel, what's the present challenge right now, the opportunity to buy some land and some real miracles so far?
Yeah, the big challenge we have is raising all the money that is required to buy the land that we want to set up a project that is going to help us thousands of women and tens of thousands of children, and as well as the young people, especially the gangs in this area. So we are looking at the whole project the whole amount of money of raising or buying the land is the cost is coming to 184, slightly over 184,000 US dollars. The miracle that we have raised is 101,000 US dollars.
We're over halfway.
Yeah, we are over halfway.
George, maybe hold the land up again. Hold the picture up again and keep talking, Daniel.
Yeah. And then by this December, we are making a down payment of about 55,000 US dollars. And by February, we need to have paid more than 150,000 US dollars. So we have a big need of raising. We have donors who have committed to match the money that we are raising, and that is very great. And so with the matching, we have a great need by February to raise more than 28,000 US dollars. So this is what is pending at the moment.
So we're buying that piece of land. It's 90 feet by 90 feet. It's 184,000. But our only need is, what did you say, 25,000 by the middle of February to collect the money. If any money comes in, as money comes into Canada, we have to send it about February 15th. And so that's very reachable, especially because as we raise 25,000 US, sponsors are going to match that to over 50,000 US dollars so we can meet this deadline. That's amazing. And Andrew, I think you're one of those, and you're not keeping that a secret. You love this project. And what do you say to people that, that land seems expensive, but in the middle of a city with great location? George, just put up the picture of the road. They're building a brand new paved road right beside this property. Go ahead, Andrew.
I think the thing that gets my heart is we're competing with Somali pirates. We're competing with people with a lot of money that are driving the prices up of land. It was shocking to me when I found out how much it costs to buy land down in that area. But we need to be right near the slums. Like we can't be out of Nairobi and think we're going to minister to the slums. We have to be right near there. And those are the prices. I mean, we know here in Canada, there's places that are $1 million for a little piece of property, and there's other places you can go to Newfoundland or whatever and find a little piece of property for $2,000. So it does depend where you are, how much things cost, and it's very important for us to be right where we need to be. And I think that this is, they have looked so hard. I've been looking through paperwork with them for the past year, basically.
Yeah.
And this is the best option. We have looked at a ton of properties, and this one here is going to meet the needs of Home of Hope, Kariobangi Rescue Center. I think it's going to end up being a hub for Africa. It's going to end up being the training center. It's going to end up being the business center. It's going to end up being the ministry center. It's going to end up being the rescue center. It's going to cover so many needs that are there. And, you know, we've supported it as much as we can, and we're going to continue. And we're really calling on a bunch of other people to join with us, partner with us, and just come along. And then the other thing is, once you support it, come and see it. Come and see it.
Yeah.
You know, like once we're allowed to travel, it's the coolest thing in the world, and it'll change your entire life.
Yeah. Now, George, how many hundreds of thousands are in that one slum that's closest to this property?
Yes, this is Korogocho slum that is close by. It's just around almost 10 minutes walk. And the people that are living here, we are talking of almost 650 to 700,000, majority being women and children.
And most of those women are illiterate. So what, you know, we're going to build a multi-story building, maybe 4 stories. We're just still working on that. And one floor, 90 by 90, can be a training center, training hundreds of women, maybe even every day, on how to read and write, business wisdom, and, you know, training before they can start a small business and make their own money. So our goal is to get this going to help self-sustaining projects, which people just love. So we're not just pouring in the money and it's disappearing. This has been a proven track record. And Home of Hope started 14 years ago. Daniel and I have been friends for over 25 years, and it's wonderful to work with people you trust. And maybe everybody can get ready to give a final comment. But my comment is, Canadians and Americans love giving money before the end of the year. And if you are from the US or Canada, we can give you tax receipts for any gift given before December 31st. And every gift to this project will be matched up to 25,000 US dollars to help us meet this deadline. Of course, you can still keep giving to February the 15th when we really need the miracle. And then we have another payment that's due in 1 year. So this is the present challenge we have. Daniel, you got anything else to say? And
yeah, personally, I am so much excited about this project because of one thing. It is going to transform thousands of lives and impact the community that is around there, and especially the slum. And I believe this is the legacy that we can give to the community in that area around Kariobangi and Korogocho slum.
Yeah. George, your last comments.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. For the last 10 years, it has been a great work. And now this will be the biggest 10-year anniversary as a gift to move to the next level. And joining with us, you are joining and partnering with us into doing greater things, especially rescuing many babies that are left to die and being given care here in Kariobangi. That is our heartbeat, and we also believe that is the heartbeat of God.
Yeah. Andrew, anything else to say? Thank you so much for all your support and your wisdom as a businessman, your wisdom. This is not just pastors. We need wisdom from business people.
You know, the one thing that I would have to say to other people is lots of people come to you with visions and dreams and, you know, things that they want to do. And this is a vision and a dream, but it's activities and actions that are already happening. Like they're already saving babies. They're already helping young moms. They're already helping these young men figure out their lives. The property that they're on right now is not going to be available to them to use by April or May this coming year. Like it's coming up very quickly. And this is something that God laid on my heart really, really, really clearly when I was there, that we need to give them a permanent home. This is such an important ministry. They need a permanent home. And that's what we're doing right now. So please help us do that.
We can't have a small rental operation. We have to have something that's huge. So we're going to put contact information. I'll put all 4 of our contact informations in the bottom of the video, and we welcome any question, private question, phone calls, any investigation. I know any sponsor that wants to consider giving, they have questions, and we're very, very happy to answer all your questions. And we're with homeofhope.ca, and God bless you, and thanks for considering a year-end gift. God bless you.